What's up, guys? My name is Sharma with Hollywood First Look, and tonight we are celebrating Season 3 of The Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix. Let's take a first look.
I think it's one of those shows that people missed. It just feels like an 80s or 90s kind of show. You know, a type of show that has everything, but at the same time you can watch it with kids or, you know, grandma loves them or, you know, because it has everything. It's suspense, a little bit of action, a little bit of romance.
It's like an easy show to watch, and yet it's so gripping. And so I think that's what's so good about it, is that like you start and you just want to binge it because you're just like, you didn't realize that you just consumed 4 episodes, and at the end of it you're like, woo, oh, but I just did 4. You know what I mean? It's not like after every single one of them you're sitting there like, oh, can I do another one tonight? Am I going to get away with it? You don't even realize that you're just kind of flying through these episodes because it just keeps you on the edge, but it's watchable. It's kind of like a really fun thing, and I think that that's interesting for the audience, and I think that's what keeps them coming back, and that's what I think that it makes us successful. I think that this season really pushes that to the next level, too. It amps it up a little bit.
Michael's books are so great, and the fans really love the books, so you don't want to stray too far from the books. Sometimes we have to reinvent them because, like, for example, season 2, that book was written during the housing crisis of '08, so we sort of had to modernize that. But this season, we're working with The Gods of Guilt, which is, in my opinion, Michael's best book of the series. And we stuck pretty close to the plot line, with the exception of Lorna's story, which is very different from the book.
In the books, the character of Mickey Haller is a Latino American, very much the same backstory as we give him in the show. His mother was a Mexican, sort of like a telenovela star, and his dad was this famous defense attorney in Los Angeles. We knew we wanted to keep that. We were all over the map in terms of casting, and then we found Manuel. And at that time, Manuel wasn't that well known in America, and he just jumped off the screen, and we just said, that's the guy. It really was that kind of kismet moment where you just say, that's the guy. We had to change certain things about the character to accommodate him. Manuel is not Mexican-American, he's Mexican, and he has an accent, and so we changed certain things about the backstory of the character to accommodate that. Works like a charm, and he is so compelling to watch in the part. He's also a lovely guy to work with. Some of my best experiences on the show have just been being able to work as a director with Manuel because he's just lovely to work with.
I mean, I think we have a really solid fan base just because of the books. Michael Connelly is a great writer. He's been around for a long time. I've read 6 of the 7 books. I hear he's doing an 8th, and it's solid work. But I think on top of that, we have David E. Kelley. We have 2 great showrunners. A&E backs us. And then we have an incredible cast and crew that really, we support each other. We love each other. We gel. And I think that comes across, and I think that's what people gravitate to. So I think it's checking all the boxes. You can't just have one. It's like the whole formula comes together for our show, which is very rare, and I'm very lucky.
I think the show is a love letter to Los Angeles. I've filmed in LA before, but we're pretending we're somewhere else. We were filming in LA for Ugly Betty, pretending it was New York. So to be able to stand in front of a courthouse and call it a courthouse, and that, so the setting is another character in this story. I've never experienced that before, and I've loved it so much. It really has enhanced my love for this city.
For me, honestly, more so is just as an actor, it was just really nice to shoot at home. You know, a lot of shows don't shoot here. The other show I was on shot in Vancouver for 4 years, which is great. I love Vancouver. Vancouver's a great city, but it is nice to just be able to shoot at home and get all the food. My favorite thing about the show, I love how much food they have, and people eat. Like, you know, on shows, people like pick around, like here people eat, they chow down, so it's kind of nice.
Well, originally I'm from Houston, Texas, so it's definitely a new thing for me, but I really learned to love the city, especially the food, because we focus a lot on it, and especially like the Latino crowd that's here. It's given me an opportunity to really like explore it and connect with everybody else who's here.
Since COVID, this is the best cast that I mean, like, the space, people sat together, they talked, like, you know, because sometimes people go off and do their own thing, which I totally understand, but like, this was such a collaborative group. Angus would bring his music. Becki Newton and I, like, there was this one, we had 3 days of like 10-hour days in the courtroom, and she'd go, and I'd push play, and we'd play some jams, and we were doing the wave. Like, it really got hot. Like, it was a lot of fun, and we kept it moving. It was good.
One, this queen. I'm so angry that I didn't get to work opposite her.
I know, I love this
I have a lot of feelings about it.
We have a lot of feelings.
Yeah. But just wait,
like 3
just
seasons
wait.
And we still have.
I know. Just wait. We'll find a project. But in general, my 14-year-old self is geeking out. I honestly could never believe it. And being in LA, it's like, the palm trees, and that to actually be the backdrop of the show. Usually you're working here and you're inside of a studio and there's never anything. It takes place in Kentucky, you know? So yeah, it was a dream.
You know, I think people are drawn to it because how Mickey Haller struggles with things, you know, has all these obstacles against him, you know, taking care of the daughter and the wives and the romances and the cases and all addictions and all this thing. And he's always pushing, you know, obstacle through obstacle. And I think it's fun to watch a character go through all that, and you want him to see him succeed.